Welcome back to the Parc des Princes for the second half of this European Championship final. No changes from either side, so we are as we were. The first thing we noticed in the second half is that Platini has pushed further up the field, with Giresse dropping deeper into midfield. France need to try something to wrestle control of this game away from Spain. We see the fruits of this almost immediately. Bossis, breaking forward from his centre-half position for France, finds Platini, who beats a player before looking up to see that Bossis has continued his run into the Spanish penalty area. Platini finds him with a delicate chip, but Bossis's attempted headed knockdown does not find a French player and Spain can clear. Promising start though from France. They are definitely trying to push Spain back in the early stages of the second half. Then another driving run from deep by Fernandez finds Battiston making an overlapping run on the right wing, but his low cross from near the byline is once again cleared by the Spanish defense. France are working hard to get their passing game going again, and it is no coincidence that we are seeing Tigana, Platini and Giresse already having more touches and influence in this second half. Perhaps France noted how much time on the ball Gallego and Francisco had in developing play for Spain in the first half from deep, and have deliberately pushed up play to negate this. In the 52nd minute, Bellon has a snapshot from inside the penalty area, about 8 yards out on the right side, which is saved easily by Arconada. Shortly after that, Leroux receives a yellow card for a challenge on Santillana. Worryingly for Spain, they have yet to raise an attack of note in this second half. They have also been guilty of needlessly giving the ball away. In the 57th minute, Giresse finds Tigana, who finds Platini halfway inside the Spanish half, centrally. Platini plays the ball to Lacombe at the edge of the box, who is fortunate to win a free kick as in his attempt to turn Salva, he seems to lose his footing and fall, but the Czechoslovakian referee awards a free kick, much to the dismay of the Spanish defenders. You can understand their worry. The free kick is just to the left of the D and very much within the range of Mr. Platini. Arconada prepares his wall. Platini and Leroux stand over the ball. The referee blows his whistle. Platini steps forward and curls the ball around the wall with his right foot, aiming for the same side on which Arconada is standing. There is not a lot of pace on the ball and Arconada should be able to get down, but oh no! Go! He has fumbled it. The ball has squirmed out of Arconada's hands and over the line. It's 1-0 to France. Jubilation for Les Bleus, but disaster for Spain. Arconada must wish the ground would open up and swallow him. He will have nightmares over that. Replays show that Arconada's dive had him landing on the ball, which allowed it to squirm under him and over the line before he could claw it away. How will Spain react now? They will need to discover some of the threat they posed in the first half. From the kickoff, Spain have their first attack of the half, which wins them a free kick near the right corner. The ball breaks to Victor outside the D of the penalty area, who unleashes a fierce low drive, but Platini is standing in the right position to block it. It would be interesting to see where that shot would have ended up. France immediately break down the other end, and some lovely football first sees Tigana nutmegging Salva as the Frenchman runs towards the left corner. He passes to the edge of the box and finds Giresse, who beautifully takes the ball in his stride and lifts it over the Spanish defence, which takes him to the left side of the 6-yard box, but Salva redeems himself and knocks the ball out for a corner before the Frenchman can shoot. Suddenly, the game is end-to-end. In the 63rd minute, France have another shot on goal, this time from Lacombe. A long ball swung towards the penalty area from the right side by Giresse is contested by Bellon, and when the ball falls centrally for Lacombe on the edge of the penalty area, he swivels and unleashes a powerful first-time shot that this time Arconada is gratefully able to gather into his arms. I have a theory about Platini's deep-lying position in the first half. Knowing that he was going to be man-marked by Camacho, perhaps the strategy was to sacrifice himself, pulling Camacho forward, which in theory would allow more space in forward positions for France. But seeing at half-time it wasn't working, they decided to push Platini forward. That switch has proved decisive so far. Francisco has been very quiet in the second half. I don't think I've mentioned him on the ball. That is a credit to France's more offensive play, where Bossis is playing more as a midfielder, always looking to make advance runs into the box. Spain need to change something quickly, maybe even look to their bench for something different. In the 65th minute, it's better from Spain. Francisco, from halfway inside his own half, plays a long ball forward down the left wing, picking out the run of Senor, who gets into the left corner of the penalty area before squaring the ball for Carrasco, whose first-time shot is well blocked by Leroux. A half chance, but a little better from Spain. They're going to have to start stretching France more. They're going to also have to be more accurate, though, with those long balls, as twice now they have been overhit and run out of play. Another thing we see is that Camacho seems to have given up man-marking Platini, and that I think is a wise move, as that tactic was not bringing any advantage to Spain, and they need every player focused on attack now in an effort to get that equalizer. The downside for Spain in removing the attention of Carrasco on Platini is that now the Frenchman is receiving more opportunities to run with the ball, but Spain are going to have to take that risk. In the 69th minute, a lovely move from France. Tigana picks up the ball on the halfway line and drives forward. He beats 3 players beautifully before laying the ball out wide to Battiston, who breaks into the penalty area on the right side, level with the 6-yard box. He tries to find Lacombe inside the 6-yard box, but Salva clears the low cross. It comes though to Tigana again on the right corner of the penalty area. He steps inside, taking out 2 Spanish players, before laying the ball to the edge of the penalty area to Giresse, who takes a touch before shooting low, but he drags his shot just wide of Arcanada's right-hand post, with the Spanish keeper at full stretch. In the 71st minute, Francisco makes a good run forward and interchanges passes with Victor, which takes him just inside the penalty area. Demarcu steps in to block his advance, and Francisco throws himself rather theatrically over the challenge. The referee, rightfully I think, waged play on. In the 73rd minute, France make a change with Amoros coming on for Battiston, who played really well down that right wing. Shortly after that, Tigana, halfway inside the Spanish half, out on the right wing, sends Victor out for chips with a beautiful pullback. He then crosses to the far post, looking for the run of Ballon, but there is too much on the cross, and it goes out for a goal kick. Tigana is my man of the match so far. His movement and ball control are so easy on the eye. Then, out of nothing, in the 74th minute, Francisco crosses from the left wing towards the penalty spot. The French defenders are flat-footed, and Santillana soars above them to send a powerful looping header towards goal that has Bat scampering, but luckily for him, the ball just clears the bar. Great header from Santillana, a reminder to France that at 1-0, this game is still delicately poised. Immediately after that, Spain replace Julio Alberto, who has been less effective in this second half, with Manuel Sarabia. We haven't seen much of Platini since his goal, and then in the 77th minute, he has a chance for a second in a move he starts himself halfway inside the Spanish half, and ends with Amoros having time near the right angle of the penalty area to look up and play a teasing cross onto the penalty spot, where Platini has found space between 2 Spanish defenders. The ball is coming in from the right, and Platini heads it back towards Arcanada's left-hand post. The keeper, flat-footed, is relieved to see the ball just drop past the post. Platini going for accuracy there, trying to aim for the top corner. Almost immediately, though, Spain have a similar chance of their own. Francisco makes space for himself in midfield, and plays a ball over the top again to the left wing to Senor, who lobs the ball on the half-wall volley into the penalty area where Sarabia is making a late run. He gets to the ball before Damarcu, but the French defender does well to lean into the Spaniard and put him off enough, with the result that Sarabia's header bounces harmlessly wide. Another good opportunity for Spain. With France sitting back more now as we approach the 90-minute mark, it's telling that Francisco is once more beginning to pull strings in midfield. France make a change on 80 minutes with Gengini coming on for Lacombe, who has put in a good shift for his team this evening. Gengini is a midfielder, so Platini is going to play up front by himself now as France try to batten down the hatches. In the 85th minute, disaster for France as Leroux picks up a second yellow card for bringing down Sarabia halfway inside the French half. It was a clumsy challenge, a tired challenge, but he can have no complaints about the referee's decision. French coach Michel Hidalgo will be furious with his centre half. It has added fuel to the Spanish supporters in the stands, and even their players on the pitch must feel that they will get at least one more good chance before the end of the game. Spain respond to the sending off with an offensive change, taking off central defender Salva and sending on midfielder Roberto. Almost immediately, Spain have a chance. From halfway inside the French half, on the left side, the ball is swung into the penalty area. The ball is headed on by Sarabia near the penalty spot, over the head of Bossis and into the path of Santillana, just outside the 6-yard box. He takes a touch, and that is his downfall. That extra second allows Bossis to come back across and slide the ball away and out of danger. In fairness to Santillana, the ball came at him quickly and at an awkward height, and I feel he had to take that touch. Even still, another good chance for Spain goes a-begging. That is what they will regret the most if they don't find a way back into this game. France have everyone behind the ball now. It's backs versus forwards for the final few minutes. Spain are trying everything to break France's rear guard, high balls and through balls, but Bossis seems to be everywhere, clearing or intercepting every ball. We're into the final minute now. Roberto has a shot blocked by Fernandez. The ball breaks to the right corner of the penalty area to Urruchaia, whose shot is again blocked by Fernandez. There are a lot of heroes out there now for France. Everyone said it would be their attacking prowess that would win this game, but now it is their defense that is close to seeing them win the game. We're over the 90 minutes now. The question is, how much time will the referee add on? Victor tries one more long ball forward from the halfway line. The ball is picked up by Tigana halfway inside his own half, and he breaks forward across the halfway line. He sees the run of Bellon and plays him in. Bellon has only Arcanada ahead of him. The Monaco winger advances into the penalty area. Arcanada chooses to remain on his line until Bellon is near the 6-yard box, at which point he steps forward, trying to narrow the angle. Arcanada goes to ground, and Bellon, cool as you like, lifts the ball over the keeper. Goal! And into the back of the net. The Parc des Princes erupts. That must surely be victory for France now. Players and coaching staff celebrate. It's a moment of release as much as exhilaration. And there it is. The referee blows his whistle. France have won Euro 84, their first major international trophy. They didn't always have things go their way in this game, but they took their chances, and that made the difference. Spain will look back and think, what if? They surprised a lot of people by getting to the final, and on another day, if they had taken their chances, especially in the first half when they were dominant, we could be looking at a different story here today. However, as it is Platini who steps forward and lifts the Henri Delaunay Trophy for France. It finishes France 2, Spain 0.